Hello and welcome to Lyra Nara. Many of you who suffer from cancer have undergone surgeries or are undergoing a radiation or chemotherapy know, of course, of the unpleasant side effects that it brings with it. And so we receive a lot of questions from you about remedies to relieve the common side effects of those therapies. And that's why we've compiled this presentation today, in which we're going to present to you a list of natural remedies to relieve the common side effects of conventional cancer therapies. So, without further ado, let's dive right in and learn more about those. And many of you know already about the side effects, so let's sum them up here very quickly. There are many serious and debilitating side effects, of course, of conventional cancer therapy, such as chemotherapy and radiation therapy. They include weight loss and body wasting, also appetite loss, loss of taste, nausea and vomiting, diarrhea, constipation, a dry mouth, mouth sores, pain and neuropathy, hemorrhaging, and anemia. And herbal remedies, as well as other supplements, can offer relief from these side effects and provide support to your immune system. But remember, each herbal protocol is unique and needs to be customized to your needs. So contact us if you need help, or contact your health practitioner in which you have faith for the precise dosage, etc. And we will start off by talking about what you can do about the weight loss and the body wasting. Weight loss is also known as cachexia. It's one of the most common side effects when you deal with cancer and conventional cancer therapies. It is caused by metabolism disturbances that are dominated by a catabolic breakdown and an acidosis that results from the cytokine inflammatory cascades, the malabsorption in the intestines, the low energy intake, the toxic state, and the nutritional deterioration. So what can you do? Well, you should increase your intake of omega-3 fats as well as MCT and coconut oil and other good fats. Here the recommended dosage is about 1 to 4 teaspoons per day. You should also consume low temperature whey proteins such as Avema to improve the amino acid uptake and also promote muscle growth, enhance also the glutathione, change the intestinal flora. And the recommended dosage here is 1 to 4 teaspoons per day again. You should also consume digestive herbal bitters before each meal. They aid to stimulate the digestive enzymes, and it is recommended that you take about 10 to 60 drops before each meal. Digestive enzymes that are rich in papain are found, for example, in a green papaya or in pineapple are also very important. Hydrochloric acid also to better digest proteins. Lipase to aid absorption of fats and different plant enzymes. Also pancreatine to increase the absorption and to reduce the diarrhea. Here it is recommended that you take between 1 and 4 tablets per day. Next on the list is hydrazine sulfate. It cuts off the glucose supply to the tumor and it stops the preferential depletion of the body energy. It also increases body weight. Here recommended dosage 1 to 3 tablets of 50 to 100 milligrams each per day. Also, you should take L-glutamine. It prevents muscle wasting. Here it is recommended that you take between 2 and 6 teaspoons of the powder that you blend then with water and you take it in between the meals. Coconut milk and coconut cream, best of course fresh. You can also take it in canned form. It should be organic, of course, preferentially. Also very important, it helps with the intestinal absorption of food, is rich in MCT, and it is an excellent antimicrobial fatty acid. It is recommended to take in as much as possible, for example, in shake form. Then deer antler extract. It increases your mental as well as physical energy, but also your alertness, your strength, your endurance. It combats fatigue, also anemia. It increases the white blood cells, and it is a superior natural source for the growth factor hormones IGF-1 and IGF-2, but also amino acids, prostaglandin, and it also contains the trace minerals iron, zinc, copper, manganese and selenium, as well as calcium, magnesium, potassium, sodium, sulfur and phosphorus. It is also a natural source of glucosamine and chondroitin sulfate, both potent anti-inflammatory agents with the added effects of collagen, which lubricates and helps repair joints. Here you should take between 10 and 30 drops before each meal. Next on the list of very common side effects is diarrhea. Because due to the chemo and radiation therapy, as well as the antibiotics that are given to patients to avoid infections, the general health of the bowel is seriously disrupted, and this can lead not only to a malabsorption of nutrients, but also to diarrhea. So here are a few supplements and remedies to restore the bacterial gut flora. First, Saccharomyces boulardii, or SB for short. It is a non-pathogenic yeast and is effective against yeast and bacterial infections. It works in the full pH range. It is stomach juices resistant and can be taken during an antibiotic therapy. Here it is recommended that you take about 2 to 3 caps 3 or 4 times per day. Then you should take low temperature whey protein. It has many immunomodulating functions. 1 to 4 teaspoons per day. You can mix it with water or juice. Third on the list is Lactobacillus acidophilus, a live culture to restore your gut bacteria. Recommended here 2 to 3 capsules per day. Fourth is bentonite clay mixed with freshly ground flaxseed. You leave it overnight in water and drink it the next morning. It helps to absorb toxins of cholera as well as proteolytic bacteria, also typhoid bacteria, and it is recommended that you take about 2 teaspoons per day. Then it's also recommended that you take grapefruit seed extract, also known as citricidal. It's very helpful in treating infectious diarrhea, 10 drops in water dissolved 5 to 6 times per day. Next on the list, berberine plant extract. It inhibits the bacterial, viral as well as fungal pathogens that cause diarrhea. Tannalbit is also recommended. It is a tannin-rich plant with remarkable anti-diarrheal properties. And from our own lineup of unique HERBESO products, we also recommend the HERBESO Diarrhea Stop. It reduces the number of loose motions, it eliminates stool mucus, it stops the dysentery and bleeding stools. It also eliminates stomach and intestinal acidity, reduces the dyspepsia, reduces also gastrointestinal pain and helps with gas relief, reduces vomiting, and acute gastroenteritis, and treats generalized gastrointestinal trouble as well. Highly recommended. I'm gonna post a link in the description box below. You can also take, and you should, revitalizing broth throughout the day. Very simple to prepare. You take carrots, celery, squash, parsley, parsnips. You cut them into small pieces and you cook in 2 pints of water. You let it cool and liquefy, and then you add 2 teaspoons of granulated brown seaweed, a cup of barley or organic non-GMO basmati rice, and you can drink this throughout the day. You can also use homeopathic remedies, and here the recommended ones are aloe socotrina for diarrhea with watery stool, colocynth for diarrhea with abdominal cramps and colics, China officinalis for diarrhea with weakness, Colchicum autumnale for diarrhea with mucus, Podophyllum peltatum for watery stools, Argentum nitricum for diarrhea due to anxiety, Arsenicum album for diarrhea due to food poisoning and toxic state, Mercurius sol It's a natural treatment for diarrhea in E. coli infections where the stool is watery, greenish and frothy with blood, and it also smells sour. Ipecac for E. coli infections with nausea and vomiting. And also Nux vomica and belladonna in case the diarrhea comes with cramps and spasms. Another very common side effect of traditional cancer therapies are yeast infections. They appear in the vaginal area or in the gastrointestinal tract as well as in the throat, and they are mostly caused by antibiotics therapies after surgery or chemo as well as radiation therapies. Here, the same supplements and natural remedies that we have recommended for diarrhea are excellent also to treat those fungal infections. Additionally, we have developed here another unique product that you can only get exclusively at lyra.me. It's called a HERBESO fungus killer. Like all of the HERBESO products, it contains ultra pure pharmaceutical grade DMSO that has been combined with different organic herbs to reduce the fungal overload, and it works really well. Link in the description box below. For vaginal infections, you can add to this HERBESO fungus killer that you take orally vaginal suppositories with antifungal effects. For example, you could take boric acid suppositories. They work really well. What can we do about another very common problem, which is constipation? It's very common for cancer patients, especially after chemo or radiation therapy. The result is that a lot of toxins cannot be eliminated. They are being instead recirculated throughout your whole body, and the first portal for detoxification is your colon. And thereafter the liver can detoxify and the lymphatic system can do its job. So the entire gastrointestinal system will suffer and the immune system cannot be restored if you're suffering from constipation. We need to address this definitely. And the best methods to decongest the colon and re-establish the excretion function as well as detoxify the gastrointestinal tract are colonics as well as coffee enemas. Developed by Dr. Gerson, coffee enemas stop reabsorption of toxins through the liver. Here we personally prefer colonics instead of these coffee enemas. Be sure you hydrate well while you're doing this, drink plenty of water and teas. Eat also a diet that is rich in fiber and essential fatty acids such as flaxseed, chia seeds, coconut oil or coconut cream. You can also supplement with magnesium, 200 to 1000 milligrams per day divided in doses throughout the day or 2 to 6 capsules per day. And you can also create mixtures of Cascara Sagrada that you mix then with onositol, taurine, mayapple, marshmallow, slippery elm bark and ginger. Next on the list of very common side effects is pain and neuropathy. And here mostly the traditional medicine recommends and treats this with morphine. It's not a natural painkiller actually, morphine, and comes unfortunately with many side effects such as constipation, but also vital force depletion. It reduces also your body temperature and slows down your blood circulation. And it also creates the illusion of out-of-body heavenly experiences, and people want to die to get rid of the pain. Therefore, it is not the best solution to relieve pain. We instead propose to use the following supplements and natural remedies. Vitamin K1 in its non-toxic form. It comes with strong analgesic and anti-tumor effects, especially for patients who cannot be operated. Recommended dosage here 5 to 10 drops 4 to 5 times per day. Next, it is also highly recommended that you supplement with kava kava. It's a natural remedy that is used against anxiety, stress and insomnia. It is also a very effective pain reliever and muscle relaxer. Best to use the kava kava as a herbal extract that you combine with passion flower and valerian to induce a restful sleep. Recommended dosage here 30 to 60 drops combined with a lemon balm chamomile warm tea 30 minutes before you go to bed. CBD also works well. It alleviates nausea and vomiting that is caused by chemotherapy, and it is also a great appetite stimulant and a very effective painkiller and reliever. It retards the growth also of lung cancer, and it is much safer than morphine. Lipoic acid is also recommended. It reduces the production of lactic as well as pyruvic acids that are generated by the cancer cells, and those acids create a lot of muscular pains. You should take about 300 to 600 milligrams daily with your meals. And we have also again developed a HERBESO painkiller that works here also really well against your pain and neuropathy. It's a 7 herbs, organic herbs of course extract that is combined like all of our unique HERBESO products with ultra pure DMSO. It has a very high potency to reduce pain of different kinds and soften the neuropathies. It shows significant analgesic, antibacterial and antiviral properties as well. And many of you who are undergoing radiation or chemotherapy are aware of the dry mouth and the problem with the mouth sores that develop. It happens because the dry mouth, because the radiation therapy sometimes inhibits the salivary secretions. Chemotherapy is also known to cause so-called xerostomia after treatment. It generally comes in the form of reduced saliva production. And this means your salivary glands are unable to produce sufficient spit to coat the mouth during conversation or eating. Here are some remedies that will help you with that. Evening primrose oil or other GLA-rich oils can be very effective. You can also drink several cups of slippery elm tea throughout the day. Aloe vera juice helps also 4 to 6 ounces daily. We have also developed a HERBESO product for that. It's called a HERBESO dry mouth. 30 to 40 drops recommended here directly into your mouth 3 to 5 times per day. Other herbs that help are the chaga mushroom. You can get it in tea format, for example. It promotes the regeneration of damaged tissue. Plantain tea is known for its ability to rebuild the smooth muscle tissue in the mouth as well. Burdock root extract in sweet red clover blossom tea is excellent also for restoring the salivary glandular functions. Also St. John's wort oil and tea, both of those are excellent for relieving pain in the mouth and restoring a sense of well-being. You can also take echinacea tinctures. They will help also heal the salivary glands in the mouth and relieve the pain. When it comes to mouth sores, they are often caused by chemotherapy or radiation, can be very painful, eating can become difficult, and here are some natural remedies that will help you with the mouth sores. Propolis tincture 50% applied directly to the sores help. We have also developed a unique HERBESO mouth sore product. Here we recommend 60 drops, half a teaspoon per 1 tablespoon of warm salt water. You rinse your mouth every 2 hours while awake with this solution. Also allopurinol mouth rinse. You can get this, for example, from your doctor through a prescription. And L-glutamine powder. You should take about 2 to 3 tablespoons daily directly in your mouth and wash down with lukewarm water. Chemo and radiation therapy also often come with hemorrhaging and anemia. And there are many herbs that help you relieve those undesirable side effects. We here offer you the unique HERBESO hemorrhaging stop product. It's an excellent herbal formula, again combined with ultra pure pharmaceutical grade DMSO that will help you stop the bleeding. You can add to this formula vitamin K1, 5 to 10 drops, because of its blood clotting properties, and some fat soluble chlorophyll, because this chlorophyll has the same molecular structure as hemoglobin. The low platelet count or thrombocytopenia is a problem for most cancer patients as well, and it is worsened by chemotherapy and radiation therapy even further. Not treating it just in time can lead to chronic lymphocyte leukemia with a liver modification that will show up as hepatitis C, although there is no hepatitis infection in this case. Anemia, defined as a condition with a low platelet count, can be of different forms, and some are not caused by iron deficiency. However, most doctors treat anemias indiscriminately with iron. But if there is no iron deficiency, iron reacts with oxygen and releases so-called hydroxyl radicals, which are some of the most deadly free radicals known, so careful here. Instead, how about those supplements to treat anemia? Hydroxyl folate, so B12 and folic acid, 10 to 20 drops sublingually. Lactoferrin, you take 4 capsules before you go to bed. Marrow Plus or Composition A, 3 to 5 tablets 3 to 4 times daily. Melatonin, you should take about 10 milligrams before you go to bed. Spleen extract, also known as SP500, 2 to 6 tablets daily with your meals. Aqueous liver extract, take here 2 caps 3 times per day. Bone marrow soup with plenty of dark green leafy vegetables works also great. Also herbal bitters, you take them before your meals for better absorption. And red beetroot juice, freshly squeezed, mixed with carrot juice, is highly recommended. Lymphedemas are another common side effect, especially of certain cancer surgeries. What is a lymphedema? It's an abnormal swelling of the arm, the leg, or other body parts due to an excessive buildup of the lymph fluid. In the US today, 1/3 of all patients develop lymphedemas after mastectomy. This condition affects men and women who have received lymph node dissections also, or radiation therapy, or who have suffered from an injury or infection. The causes of those lymphedemas are that, for example, a lymph node removal for biopsies, but also serious infections that include lymphangitis, cellulitis, as well as erysipelas. Deep invasive wounds that might tear, also cuts or damages to the lymphatics can cause lymphedemas. Radiation therapy for the treatment of cancer can cause it. Morbid obesity due to its crushing effects on the lymphatics can cause it, but also chronic venous insufficiency, serious burns, even intense sunburns, and unresolved post-operative swellings. The symptoms of lymphedemas include swelling of the head, the trunk, the abdomen, the genitals, a limb or part of the limb. Other symptoms include a feeling of heaviness in the limb, the skin feeling tight, a decrease in the flexibility of your limbs, and difficulties when fitting into clothing. And when cancer invades the lymphatic system or the lymph nodes are being removed, for example with breast cancer, edemas may appear in the arms and legs because the tumors attract sodium and repel potassium, and this may also contribute to these edemas. Lymphatic edemas can be treated with the following supplements and herbs. Unique to lyra.me, our HERBESO lymphedema preparation, link in the description box below to all of the HERBESO preparations. You can only get them at lyra.me. They are proprietary blends of ultra pure DMSO with different organic herbs that help you detox the lymphatic system in this case and reduce lymphedemas. 1 teaspoon 3 times per day. Also, varicocene is recommended, which contains gotu kola, horse chestnuts, and butcher's broom. Here you should take about 2 to 4 tablets per day. Grapeseed extract, or OPC, is also great, 100 to 400 milligrams. Capsules 3 times per day with your meals should be taken. Bromelain, 1 tablespoon No, one tablet, excuse me, 500 to 750 milligram tablets 3 to 4 times daily. Also, body brushing using salt water and a loofah sponge works really well. It's a very good way to activate your lymphatic circulation in general. Fasting on water or green vegetable juices is also great. 1 to 3 days per week, for example, or fasting works really well. Breathing with strong and long exhalations driven by the diaphragm really help you here, and you can watch our previous video about healthy breathing if you want to go into more detail about this. Also, lymph massages and cupping therapies can help. And we also need to support our bodies, especially before and after surgeries, because our body needs assistance after those cancer surgeries due to the inflammation risk. We need to reduce this. We also need to prevent infections. We need to manage the oxidative stress and prevent scar tissue buildup, specifically of importance after gastrointestinal surgeries. Also after surgery, our body needs assistance to prevent the cancer from spreading and a cancer reoccurrence or tumor reoccurrence. And during and after operation, your defenses are of course down because your body works primarily to heal the wound. So here are some supplements that will help you before and after surgery. Bromelain, 500 to 750 milligrams plus turmeric, made out of 95% curcumin. Take it on the empty stomach, here 300 to 500 milligrams 3 to 4 times per day. Grapeseed extract, again also known as OPC, 1 to 2 capsules, 100 milligram capsules 3 times daily. Beta-glucan is also recommended, 2 to 4 capsules daily, plus reishi, agaricus, and maitake, a full spectrum medicinal mushrooms. Also a great aid is glucosamine sulfate. You should take 2 caps 2 times daily. Varicocin is also recommended, 3 to 6 tablets daily between the meals. Also vitamin C ascorbate with ribose, 500 milligrams per day. Vitamin E succinate, 200 units per day. Carotenoid complex, 25,000 units per day. Selenium, 10 micrograms per day. Zinc, 10 to 50 milligrams to speed up the healing process. Cytoredoxin, which is a high-quality multi-cell protective product that contains plant extracts and vitamins. Here 2 to 4 capsules per day is recommended. Whey protein and flaxseed oil can be also used and drunk during the day. Also arnica ginger gel and colloidal silver that you apply locally to help the wound heal more quickly. And with all that being said, I hope that you've enjoyed this information. If you did so, please support our work and do not forget to like, share and subscribe. We come out with content just like that weekly. If you have any questions about any of the subjects discussed here, you need personal advice and consultation, do not hesitate to contact us, shop@lyranara.com. I'm also going to post our complete contact information, including our toll-free numbers, in the description box below. We are here for you and we want to help you throughout this difficult time of dealing with cancer and all of this unwanted side effects of cancer therapy. And with all that being said, I hope that you stay healthy. Until next time.